In today's video, I'm going to share with you how I clean my home with all natural homemade cleaners that are easier on the budget and it's much better for our health. And I'm also going to share with you some food preparation for the week.
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've tried some time, and I'm dying to tell you. You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've realized, and I'm dying to tell you.
Hello guys, welcome back for another cleaning video, and today I am on the mission. The fall is coming and I don't know, with each season, scoot, much more comfortable. I'm going to start with the bedroom just because it's the most simple. We have really just a couple of things in here. We don't have overhang on our roof, so meaning of that the windows can look really bad really fast, so I'm going to clean those as well, and then let's just figure out what I have to do. But washing the sheet is in order, it's a must today. I have some blankets out on the air, I'm just airing them out, and then let's start the laundry. So I started to use this one for laundry, and this is a baking soda mixed with lemon oil, and usually I just use this for cleaning, but I just realized since I'm using this to wash the clothing, and sometimes they recommend that you can use some essential oils to add some scent to your clothes. So I was thinking maybe I can just mix a big batch. I need them very often. Everything that needs some scrubbing, I like to use that. So I mixed 2 boxes of that. And somebody was asking about these boxes, and this is from the dollar store, and I used to have jars. You guys know I love jars but they were kind of hard to use in this area, and they can weigh so much, and when the washing machine is bouncing, yeah, it's just, that's the only area where I rather to have plastic. And it's very easy to open and very easy the access to it with that spoon, so I really like these. And it was $1 each, or 50 cents, 2 for $1 or something like that. like to welcome the new season with freshening up my house, so this is for the fall now. So next time I'm going to do a deep clean before winter starts, and that's basically the time length that my windows holds up and then it start to get very dirty. But I find this is very convenient to me. Just it's a good reminder for me, and also I'm just mentally preparing for the new season. We have a fresh start for that, and it's a perfect length of the time before it gets super dirty, so it's not going to be too hard to clean, because once you let it go, then it's more difficult to recover from there. If I maintain that way, it's a lot easier and it goes faster. A quick tidy up and decluttering, that's George. He always have receipts there, so I have a box where I just collect them, so make sure he can find it, but it's not out there and just not piling up on the side table. Everything just tucked away in the box, and later on he can go through on that. I'm still figuring out how to decorate this room, but for now the only thing that I bought for here is this fireplace, which I love so much, although I'm not sure how to center it because it exactly covers the heating. So I might have to pull it on the side, but for now I just really love the fact that I can add an extra coziness to the room. If I'm really honest with myself, I have to admit that this is the thing that I least like to clean, and that would be the oven. I don't know what's with that. It's really not a big of a thing, so once it's done I realize, okay, it wasn't as bad, but when I start to do that, it's just, I don't know, something with the oven. I don't like to clean it. But now that I used this attachment from my vacuum cleaner, it was way better. So I think the fact why I don't like to clean it is because the lots of crumbs, they just kind of hard to get it out and it just falls on the floor. But with this little vacuum attachment, it was actually pretty decent to do. really love this heavy duty cleaner that you have just seen on the screen. I love that I can scrub most of my sensitive things with that. But for this oven, additionally, I used some baking soda as well because it just needed a lot of scrubbing. This is my most favorite time of the year. We have a perfect, beautiful, sunny weather outside with a perfect temperature, so I can open all the windows, I can air out all the blankets, and the whole house just feels so fresh. But at night I really like the cold air because I can bake, and that can make the house so much cozier. Same Noemi, same day, different clothing because I did a bunch of errands that day, and when I got home I just like to be comfortable. For those of you who like me that I don't enjoy to put on the duvet cover, I actually just didn't put it on for the whole entire summer, and I just wash this blanket once a week as I would do with the duvet cover. So I just wash the blanket, and this is what I'm going to do throughout the summer when we have a nice weather. But now the fall is coming, I'm going to use the duvet cover again, and then I'm just going to wash the duvet cover, not the blanket. There's hardly any day when I don't do laundry, but I actually prefer to do a little bit at the time. So once a day or twice a day, and then a second day maybe I don't do a laundry at all, and then the third day I do one load or two. It depends how much laundry we have. I figured out that I function better if I do a little bit here and a little bit there, so actually just a smaller chunks, and I just kind of pick between the things that I have to do. And Joe is the opposite. He prefers to just wait and gather all the same related things that he needs to do and just get it done with one move, I would say. And to me, the key is just to get more variety of the things to do. So once I get bored of something, I just move on to the next one, and I get back to it when I have more mood for that. So probably that helps a little, and a lot of snack. Please forgive the recording and the lighting in this part of the video. This is actually, it was a very spontaneous one. Usually I just do things and I grab the camera, but that night I really wanted to get progress with the things because I had a lot of things to fix and just prepare from the refrigerator. I was going through, usually I do this on the day before we have the garbage service coming and taking away the garbage, so make sure I can get out of the things from the refrigerator that we don't need. I mean, most of it compost, so I can give it to the chickens, but just in case it's something that I have some mold on it or something that needs to be go into the garbage, it's a perfect day to do. So I just really wanted to get done a lot of things, but also I wanted to take you along. So I'm not going to show you how I peeled all the vegetables, but basically on the days like that, I like to just prepare and peel all the vegetables that I'm going to use throughout the week. This can help me tremendously that I don't have to do the peeling and cutting, because this is the most time consuming consuming process in the cooking. And also I'm still battling, guys, with my zucchinis from my garden. They are taking over. So I started to freeze them, and of course I dry a bunch of them. So I'm trying to find just a more creative way to use them, but I'm definitely at the end of the season with the zucchinis, and I just started to freeze them, and just I use the vacuum bag for that. This is something I like to use for the long-term storage. So if I have a bigger amount that I want to freeze, I like to use this type of freezer bag. But if something is a shorter term, I love this metal containers that I have. I can freeze things in there, I can store anything in the refrigerator, and it's very easy to transport the food in there if we go somewhere because it's not heavy. And basically whatever I see in the refrigerator or out on the countertop, I just starting to use them up and prepare them for using them in the near future. So I had some plums that was kind of going bad, and I started to cook them, and I'm going to make some popsicles and some jam out of it. So with this method, when I'm trying to prepare one type of food but kind of divide them into separate way afterwards, so I can get more variety that way. And yeah, I started to use gloves for the zucchinis because it started to stain my hand, and it just makes a very weird texture on my hand. It gets very slippery and I can't wash them off. I've been on the hunt, I'm talking about years, to find a waffle maker that is actually a non-toxic ceramic coated one. And finally I find one that wasn't super expensive. Actually it was on the cheaper side, and is the safest that I was able to find. And that is very important for me when I cook for my family. I want something to cook in that doesn't inject any toxins in the food. So finally I'm able to make some waffles. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Since I recorded this video, I made a chocolate muffin waffles. So basically I just added a cocoa powder into it, and there's so many other versions that I want to make, like with some pumpkin spice. So for the fall I can add some pumpkin puree into it. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. But for now I'm making the vanilla one, and that was my first time to using it, so I was kind of nervous. I had no idea what I was doing, but actually it turned out really good. I'm gonna work on that to measure that one out for you guys, because I think I get to the point when I say it's a perfect texture that I was just wanted to. So I used some gluten-free flour, some almond milk, a little bit of a maple syrup, a little bit of a ghee. That was the secret. First I looked up a basic recipe that is just with gluten and milk, and I'm trying to make it into a gluten and dairy-free version, and that required so many vegetable oils. And once I replaced that with some ghee, I discovered I need way less. So now I'm at the point when the texture is what I wanted. It's very fluffy and light, but it's still very fullifying. So my boys like to eat a lot, but seems like one waffle is enough for them because it just makes their stomach full. This is why I cannot prepare food ahead of time. What are you doing?
Fixing it. It had all these holes on it, so I had to fill the holes in.
You did a good job on it.
I don't like holes, you know.
Yeah, I gotta taste that. Just quality control. Ooh, the texture is good. While I do this food preparing, I also like to clean out the refrigerator. It just makes sense to do that at the same time. And also, since it was very hard to clean out the drawers with those all the bumper texture on the bottom, I figured I can use some leftover from my drawer liner that is a leftover that I used in the bathroom. So that way I can just grab the whole thing and just put all the crumbs into the sink and wash it off, and it's going to be much easier to clean. That little box that you just saw, and it has a bunch of little vegetables in there and different kind. I'm putting it together as to make a soup. So I'm just going to put it into the freezer. So all I need is chicken for that, and it's gonna be just ready to just dump it into the pot, and it will be ready to cook. So that will make my life easier later on. And also peeling all those vegetables to prepare the food that I'm going to make in the next few days. And also I'm going to use those carrots for juicing. So I find myself juicing more when the vegetables are ready. I always dreamed about that one day maybe somebody is going to invent a lid for my jars where I can just suck out all the air. Well, that didn't happen, but I actually find a glass container that you can use to store food, and you can suck out the air, and this is super helpful to keep the lettuce fresh and all the washed fruits. I have some plastic lids that absorbed some garlic smell, so I'm going to soak these lemon corners or edges overnight on this plastic, and that will help to eliminate that smell by the morning. Since we ate all the waffles yesterday, I had to make some new one this morning, which gave me a new opportunity to play around with the recipe, and also I wanted to share it with you. I have seen many times people using some kind of tools to get it out, and I just realized I can just flip it out. I just lift the whole thing up and just pop it out, and it's way easier and faster, and I just wanted to share this with you in case if that would work for you as well. It's been a very busy time for me with all the garden work and just the rest. Everything just seems to be gathered around in this month, and I'm planning to create videos about the fall, so lots of decorating videos and just fall topics and recipes are on the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!